Good morning, students. Myself Kamal Nath. I welcome you all wholeheartedly in the class of English. It's your class. This week, we all are discussing the question answer of chapter 6, Feathered Friend. This is the third video. In the last two videos, you must have read the rest of the question answers from understanding the text. You should have noted down, you must have learned, and this is the last video of this week, which includes the question answer from appreciating the text. Let us see what is in this part of the video and what we have to learn, what are the questions. I am sure that you will enjoy this part, you will learn, and later on you will write in your copy. Let us see. The first question from appreciating the text is, the writer mentions two features of life in space that differ from life on Earth. Read the story again and say what they are. Means the two features of life that is in space and that differs from the life on the Earth. We have to say what are those here two features that differ from the life on the Earth. Life in space is different from life on Earth, obviously, because night doesn't follow the day. As we have day and night on the Earth, there is no day and night in the space. You all know, on the Earth, here the Earth revolves on its axis in 24 hours, and that's why we have here 12 hours day and 12 hours night. But in the space, we are just hanging in the just space without gravitational force. We are away from this planet, and that's why there is no such term like day and night. There is only sunlit all the time. So life in space is different from life on Earth because night doesn't follow day there, and the station is permanently sunlit. Every time there is sunlight. Still, to preserve routine, the crew would use terms like day and night. The crew members, the working members, scientists and other workers, those who work in the space station, they have made these terms day and night, and they really tell 12 hours here shift so that they need little sleep. After working, as we need sleep and we sleep, we give the rest to our body, to our mind. So they also have only named the word day and night there in a space station. They would also take up 12-hour shifts because one needed little sleep in space. In the absence of gravity, crew members had to function with a different set of skills to carry out jobs like construction work. That's why this way you have seen here, there are two major differences. The life of people that they face in the space from Earth, because there is no night at all, day and night like such, only sunlit. And second thing is that in the space they have to work without gravity. In absence of gravity, the crew members have to function all the different kinds of work, and that they are accustomed, they are already trained, they are already here just taught how they have to work. Next question is there, second one. What incident does the writer use to turn the value of money and technology upside down? Here you have to understand the question, what the question asks. What incident does the writer use to turn the value of money and technology upside down. Here you have to explain this term. The writer is talking about the incident in which the canary was able to indicate oxygen level in the air being reduced dangerously. The bird only, canary, which was brought there by St. Olsen, this bird was able to indicate. In the case their indicator failed to do so, the machinery they had already set there failed to do so, a bird was able to tell them the oxygen level in the air, and that was being reduced dangerously. Their expensive equipment had failed to warn them about crisis. They had the machine, they had their already equipment which could tell them, which could indicate them that the oxygen level was reduced and amount of toxic gas had increased. So here you can see here the bird was there for them to save their life. So here the money that was spent for the technology, setting the technology, failed there. Which two examples does the writer give to show us that what is considered weak on earth is a strong and valuable in space? You have to explain that. Again, the question is there for you to understand which two examples does the writer give to show us that what is considered weak on the earth is a strong and valuable in space. The writer talks about the sense of physics, means here body that was built, body structure that was built, being very instead of bull-like. His body was thin, he was short. Okay, instead of a person whose body is well built like bull. That helped him, it helped him land a job in space. That helped him to do the job in the space. Such a physique would be considered frail or even an unattractive on earth. In space it enabled him, it made him able to flip and execute skillful movements and manipulate floating girders gracefully. So this was what advantage that he had, and due to that physique only he was able to do the work in space. Claribel. Now this is here another example. That was the first example of St. Olsen, who was short, height, and at the same time lean and thin, and that only enabled him, his body structure, his physique enabled him to do the work in the space. Here this is second instance. Claribel, a small canary, a small bird who might perhaps be treated trivially, means very minor, amidst the dim of a mechanized world on earth, assumed great significance. That bird assumed their great significance by being the crew's happy and musical companion. That was here of great importance in the space of that bird, which helped them to entertain with its music. She also saved their lives through its natural sense of smell and did what expensive and heavyweight machinery failed to do so. In this way, the writer is telling here the small things that had no matter here on this earth had a great value there in the space. You have third question. Answer these questions on the basis of the examples you gave for the previous question. What does a strength mean? Is it only physical strength or something more? Answer will be strength here refers to resilience of in the face of adversity, to survive in the facing the adverse situation, and the ability to make the most out of unfavorable circumstances. It need not always refer to physical strength. Here physical strength is not always they are valuable and it has importance, but you have already seen how Sen Olsen, who was physically weak, enabled him to work in a space, and at the same time a small bird, very small and minor bird, which has no doubt no importance there on this earth, had a great role to play, and it played that role. She played the role in a space, giving the indication to the crew members about the increase of toxic gas. At the same time, it saved the life of them. So very clear it is here in what way that saved. Second question is something valuable always obvious, or do we have to look for it? Explain. A thing of value may not glitter all the time. The thing that is not glittering, that is not shining, doesn't mean that it has not a value. But those with discriminating eyes can recognize them. Those who have really valuable eyes, okay, they can only recognize the real here value of the things. So these were some of the questions that was in the last I had to include, and that was from your book exercise appreciating the text. I am sure that all of you must have understood these answers. Hope you will learn them. Thank you, students. Thank you being the part of this video session. Thank you.